It's time for Radio Disney's Backyard Show.
The show that dares to ask the big questions that concern you. Questions like,
what's going on in the schools?
What's this I hear about volunteering at the hospital?
Hey, anything fun happening this weekend?
If you care about it, we talk about it on the once a week Tell Me What's Going On Around Here radio program, Radio Disney's Backyard Show.
Let's go.
Good morning, Radio Disney listeners. This is DJ Carrie, and you're listening to The Backyard Show. All right, guys, on today's Backyard Show, I am so incredibly excited to talk to our guest, Mr. Dennis Zehner from the Vinci Science Center. Now, this place sounds absolutely amazing, and it's located in Allentown, so it's just right in our backyard if you're in the Philadelphia area, and it's not a far drive from New Jersey or Delaware. It seems like a really cool place where you can learn, but also have a lot of fun at the same time. So at this time, I'd like to introduce our guest so we can learn everything we possibly can about the Vinci Science Center. Good morning, Dennis. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Carrie. How are you doing this morning?
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on Radio Disney's Backyard Show. I'm so excited to talk about the Vinci Science Center because it sounds like such an amazing place, and I know you're going to give us all the ins and outs of it. But before I get into that, I do understand that you're part of the marketing and communications team at the Vinci Science Center. So what can you tell me about that?
Yes, I've been with the Vinci Science Center now for about 8.5 years, and I've had the wonderful opportunity to lead and shape the marketing and communications here. As we are a nonprofit organization, everyone wears a lot of different hats. I'm the person who has marketing communications in its formal job description, but everyone here does marketing and communications, and they do a great job helping to get the message out.
Oh, that's awesome. So it sounds like you've got a really good team to work with as well.
We have an exceptional team, and that's one of the things that allows us to be as successful as we've been.
That's awesome. So I'm sure this is new to some of our listeners that are in the Philadelphia area or maybe New Jersey. But what exactly is the Vinci Science Center? It sounds really, really awesome.
We like to think the Vinci Science Center is awesome, and it's always a pleasure to introduce it to new individuals. What we say about the Vinci Science Center is we are a nationally recognized science center in eastern Pennsylvania.
Okay.
We're a short drive from points in New Jersey, Delaware, and the Philadelphia area.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is we connect science to life and lives to science. Now, what that means is we connect what young people learn in the classroom to what happens in the real world. We connect science to other things in their lives that they might be interested in, such as the arts or sports or music. And most importantly, we are working to connect today's technical workforce with tomorrow's technical workforce.
Okay.
That is one of our key goals at the Vinci Science Center, is to help build that next generation technical workforce that every region needs in order to be successful as the 21st century proceeds.
That's really cool, and I really wish there was something like this around when I was in school, because science really wasn't my friend, and if I definitely had something to link it to that was useful in my life, maybe it would have been a little better. But that's really amazing that you guys thought to actually link it to stuff that is prevalent in kids' lives.
Absolutely. It's a very fun and hands-on approach that does a lot of connecting. It's actually not new, however. It goes back through the histories of time, and yes, Leonardo da Vinci is our namesake. What we do is we use this fun and innovative and hands-on approach that he used, Leonardo da Vinci. Not only did he use, but innovative leaders that have succeeded him also have done, through Steve Jobs, through Jay-Z, through people in today's culture.
Wow, that's really cool. So now I understand that the center is in the middle of its year of innovation. What can you tell me about that?
Sure. The Year of Innovation is our newest project here at the Vinci Science Center. As we said, we work very hard to hope to inspire people and then hopefully inspire the next generation technical workforce. So what we've begun to do is do year-long themes in which we take different areas and we provide exhibit experiences and with traveling exhibits and programs that expose people of all ages, as a matter of fact, to different types of sciences, and also a little bit of the skills they would need for their careers or some of the career opportunities in some cases. We've done a manufacturing program. We've done a manufacturing project that is still continuing in different ways. We have come off a great medical project where a lot of young people learned about medical careers, and we actually held mini medical school programs for
Oh, wow.
youngsters. And what we're doing this year is we're talking about the traits that are good for all scientific and technical workforces.
Mhm.
And that's the traits of innovation, that's collaboration, that's working together, that's taking things apart and putting them back together in different ways. These are the skills that every scientific and technical workforce will need in the future. So we are dedicating this year to innovation in as many forms.
That's really cool. And I know I can't believe we're pretty much at the end of January, but you have a great new exhibition from GE that's coming in February. Now, what can you tell us about this one?
This is a great exhibition. The Year of Innovation for the Da Vinci Science Center began in October, so our Year of Innovation will continue through September of 2014. The new exhibition we have coming in is going to be called Home 2025. It's produced by the GE Appliances Division. As a matter of fact, as we say, we are a nationally recognized science center. We are going to be the first science center in this nation, or in the world, as a matter of fact, to host this exhibition.
Oh, wow.
This is what this is. GE Appliances engineers were given a project a few years ago to answer the question, what will our homes be like in the year 2025? Now, at the time, at the start of 2013, that was a dozen years. And you think that's not a long period of time, but how will our homes be able to evolve in that time? These engineers decided to make predictions, some of them quite bold, as a matter of fact, that answer the question, how will electronics and appliances impact our lives and have us live our lives in a much different manner in that short period of time? And what's coming to the Da Vinci Science Center are essentially their answers to those questions in great graphic form. And these are some really exciting innovations that they have coming out. I can tell you our executive director her favorite is this idea of a single laundry machine in which you can put your dirty clothes in. It washes it, dries it, folds it, and compacts it into a pellet form that allows it easy to store and easy to travel.
That would be amazing.
It's almost out of the Jetsons in some ways. It's really fun. And what's interesting is GE's had a history of attempting to predict and, of course, drive the future with its products, and it's been relatively accurate throughout the years. And a lot of these innovations are simply the integration of other appliances or other technical devices that'll make our lives easier.
Definitely. That right there, I mean, that's worth every penny if that comes to fruition.
and it's about the great ideas that are there, and that's why, as a bonus with our presentation of Home 2025, we're actually doing a fun competition that all your listeners can partake in. Mm-hmm. It's called our Home of the Future competition. And what it's based on is the idea that anybody of any age, of any background, can have a great idea. So you can go to our website and you can put your great idea of what you'd like to see in the home by the year 2025. Do a very short written description, add a couple of illustrations, and you're done. And it's open for all ages in our primary county, 14-county area. And the grand prize is actually a GE Cafe French door refrigerator. And this thing, talk about innovation. This is cool. This has hot water dispensers. It has something that can measure your level of hydration, so it tells you how much you need to drink. It has special LED lights. It has different warming and cooling zones. This is the future fridge.
Wow.
And it's going to be our great top prize for our competition.
Oh, that's cool. I've got some ideas, so who knows?
Absolutely. We'd love to see it. Again, anybody can have a great idea, and anybody can be a scientist, and that's really part and parcel of who we are at the Da Vinci Science Center.
Definitely. And it's really cool to kind of see how far technology has come. I mean, at least in my lifetime, I remember, not to date myself, but when kids my age, we were playing with Atari, and Nintendo just started to come out, and now we have these amazing video game systems where it feels like you're like right inside the game. And
absolutely, I myself am in my mid-30s, and I have gone through a lot of experiences like that. People of my generation who tend to be now parents of young children who tend to come to our Da Vinci Science Center, they say two things. One is something you said earlier in this interview, is where was this when we were in school?
Yeah.
The second one is that it is amazing how far things have evolved. And people of my generation and yours, we have seen that evolution. But it's important to see that, to see where we've come from.
Definitely. I mean, it certainly makes you appreciate everything that you have now.
Absolutely, it does.
So that's awesome. That sounds really amazing. So moving on from February, this summer, I know you have a blockbuster traveling exhibit about space that's going to be coming to the center. What is that about?
The exhibition is called Space, A Journey into Our Future, and it is produced in partnership with NASA itself.
Wow.
And again, as a nationally recognized science center, we are proud to be the first location north of Washington, D.C. to host it when we host it this summer. It simply put, it illustrates America's greatest achievements in innovation, which is our space program, which is our history of going to space and winning the great space race to the moon. As a matter of fact, this summer will mark the 45th anniversary of the moon landing, and we will have this special exhibition in our building on that 45th anniversary. Now, the exhibition itself takes people through a little bit of the history and where NASA is going, but in our style, it's also extremely hands-on. We're going to have a full-size space habitat that people can walk through and see what that would be like to be in a space habitat. We also have this big centrifuge that people are going to be able to pedal and drive with their feet.
Fun.
And then we're also going to have real meteorites and artifacts from space that people can put their hands on. And I think the thing I'm most excited about is the piece where it's a simulator where people of all ages can design their own spaceships and fly them, and pretending that you're a NASA engineer.
Oh, wow.
And that is going to be a tremendous, wonderful visitor experience that we think is going to touch a lot of lives. And something that we do at the Da Vinci Science Center, we like to say we provide experiences for people of all ages, not just kids or the parents of kids. We believe the space exhibition is going to bring us a wider swath of visitors, including the baby boomer generation. They saw the space program from its infancy.
Sure.
And they saw Neil Armstrong take those first steps on the moon. So they'll be tremendously interested. Plus, space is so personally exciting to most people because it's all about imagination and the new frontier and exciting possibilities.
Absolutely. I mean, I've never really understood much of it, and of course, with science and myself not doing that well with it, that was actually the one area that I did kind of excel in because I found it so fascinating. And it's so funny that I watched like the specials of Into the Universe with Stephen Hawking, and just the fact that even just our solar system is just like a tiny little speck in this great big plan is just absolutely amazing. And the stuff that's out there is just incredible.
Absolutely. Space really brings the idea of exciting possibilities to the forefront because to a large degree we're still learning what's out there, and there's a lot of exciting stuff.
Definitely.
Our slogan at the Da Vinci Science Center is open for exciting possibilities, and that's what we're about the exciting possibilities that science can bring to us. And we believe the space exhibition is going to bring that to life very, very poignantly for people of all ages.
Definitely. I've got to come check that out. That sounds like a really good time.
It will be. That will open May 24th and run through September 7th.
Oh, great. So May 24th to September 7th. Marking that in my calendar now.
We'll love to have you. And again, it's a great experience, a great visitor experience. We are relatively well located, through a short drive from Philadelphia, about an hour. Most points in Jersey, and of course the Pennsylvania Pocono Mountainers are about an hour from here.
Sure. So I know you guys have a really great membership promotion that you have going on right now. So what's that?
The members are very much the lifeblood of the Da Vinci Science Center. Right now we have about 1,680 membership households as of the end of December, and that's one of the highest amounts we've ever had. Wow. Our membership base has been very loyal and very supportive of us. So what we're doing is we're giving them a great opportunity between now and the opening of the space exhibition in May. We are allowing our members to lock in their current membership rates for up to 3 years.
Wow.
And that will hedge against any increases that are coming in membership rates. And the memberships come with a lot of great benefits, including free admission to the space exhibition that opens this summer.
Nice.
So if you want to see that for free, a Da Vinci Science Center membership is a great investment. And again, you can lock in for up to 3 years, start between now and May 24th.
That's really cool. So you buy a regular admission. I guess if you don't have a membership, you buy a regular admission, and then if you want to see the extra exhibitions, you have to pay more for that?
There will be a small premium exhibit charge
Sure.
with our regular admission for the space exhibition coming up this summer. That's what makes the memberships a great deal. Our memberships, if a family of 4 comes 2 or 3 times in a year, and with all the different things we have going on throughout the year, that's extremely easy to do. Your membership is more than paid for itself, and it also does support our nonprofit organization. We do bring a lot of educational programs to the community and to young people who might not be able to afford to come into the Da Vinci Science Center through field trips and outreach programs.
Oh, that's great. Now, if a family did come to visit and they loved it so much that they wanted to upgrade to a membership, is that possible?
Absolutely. That we give you 1 week. You can use your admission toward your membership, and the membership has a great array of benefits. As I told you, free admission to the center for a year or up to 3 years if you go. That includes the space exhibition when that comes this summer. Also, you get free general admission to more than 300 other science centers around the world.
Oh, wow.
Through a trade program that we are in. And also, you also get awesome discounts on merchandise at our center and our programs, especially our summer camps, which are extremely popular for students entering grades K through 8. They're great week-long experiences where young people get to really get active and engage with sciences in a very fun way.
Oh, that's really cool. So, yeah, guys, definitely go check that out for any of you that are going to go visit, and I highly recommend that you do. This place sounds amazing, and again, you guys can go back again and again with a membership, so definitely look into that when you guys go visit.
Sure, and one thing we pride ourselves in doing is keeping the experience fresh, either with our traveling exhibitions or our programming. Our programming is very, very strong.
Okay.
And we also have a lot of great events throughout the year. So coming 3 or 4 times a year is very easy for a family to do and have very strong and very different experiences.
Absolutely. Now, I know you'd mentioned with the year-long themes, who creates those themes and who decides what theme you're going to go with for the year?
The decisions we've made to have the year-long projects and how to shape them and theme them have been built throughout the Da Vinci Science Center staff as a whole. It's really a collective environment where we've been able to collaborate and put these things together.
That's really cool. And again, it sounds like it keeps you guys busy.
As I said, I've been here 8.5 years, and a common question I get asked is, what is your average day like? And I've always given them the same answer, and that is, I will tell you the day I have an average day.
Right?
When I have an average day, I will tell you what that is like.
Definitely. I know what that's like.
Yes. But it's a great challenge and a great opportunity to have a real difference in the community and shape something. It's been a wonderful experience.
Sure thing. So we talked greatly about the wonderful special exhibits that you have, and again, I highly encourage everybody to go check those out. But what are some of the other exhibits, I guess the permanent exhibits that are at the Da Vinci Science Center?
We do have a 2-story permanent exhibit floor, and actually as part of the Year of Innovation, we are refreshing or adding new permanent exhibits to our floor, and that's a great part of the Year of Innovation. We brought in the past few months, we had a ocean touch tank on our exhibit floor.
That's cool.
And that was a little bit worse for wear, so we were able to rally together as a community and got donations and put a state-of-the-art new touch tank in there. We're one of the few landlocked locations in the nation that has an ocean touch tank exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
If you see one of those, you're generally on a coastal area,
Sure.
such as the eastern coast of New Jersey or somewhere in California.
Mm-hmm.
This is Atlantic Sea creatures, and it is what the name implies. Our staff members and volunteers can bring the creatures up to the ledge, and people of all ages can touch them with a couple fingers.
That's really cool. What kind
Absolutely.
of animals can they touch?
They can touch mollusks and sea urchins and crabs, essentially anything but the fish. The fish are a little slippery. They don't like being touched too much.
No, they're not into that.
Absolutely. But also with the Year of Innovation, we brought in this is something that's also only at the Da Vinci Science Center nationally. Mack Trucks, as you know, came from our area and still has a great presence in our area.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a life-size Mack Truck cab where people can sit, and then you have this wonderful one-of-a-kind design simulator where people can design their own Mack trucks.
Oh, wow.
and take on real challenges. Now, you take on challenges such as fuel efficiency, such as cost, such as how much it can tow. And what happens is you build your truck, and then you go on real work challenges virtually. And of course, like any challenge, you make adjustments and you try things. It's a real world experience that's been a whole lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And then we also, one more thing, we also brought in for the Year of Innovation, the water table from Deer Park Natural Spring Water is a cascading water experience where people of all ages, but especially young people since it's built low to the ground, can change the flow of water with different blocks and elements. And I got to tell you, it's a whole lot of fun even for the big kids.
That sounds like fun.
We also have a lot of standard favorites. We have a hurricane simulator that simulates what the wind is like for a Category 1 hurricane.
Oh, man.
And a weather station, which people can learn how to become meteorologists, and then they go in front of a blue screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is similar to the green screen in a TV studio, and make your own weather forecast.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, I saw something when I was checking out your website for a little bit. I saw something called a Gyro Sphere. Now, that looks like a lot of fun. What can you tell me about that?
The Gyro Sphere is one of our permanent exhibit experiences and also one of the most popular.
I'll bet.
It is going to be a great companion piece as well to the space exhibition. It's a life-size human gyroscope which spins round and around and up and down, and people ride it. And they can go up and down and around and around. The ride is about 70 to 75 seconds. And it's similar to something NASA used in the 60s in its earlier days to prepare astronauts for weightlessness.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yes, it is one of the most popular experiences we've had here since we opened it. People, young and old, are really enjoying that experience and really enjoy the thrill and the sensation of doing so. I saw a woman 90 years young riding it, and she was enjoying it.
That's awesome. I think I did something like that when I was on vacation, and I think it's probably a good idea that you cap it off at 75 seconds because it felt like I was on that thing for easily 5 minutes, and I had to find a seat after that. I had to sit down for about an hour. I got kind of sick.
We do operate it. It is hand-operated as well, and because it's hand-operated, the motion tends to be not completely regular. What causes so-called motion sickness is about irregularity of a motion, especially if you're on cruise control going down the road and you're going the same speed. Everything becomes regular, and that's what begins to affect the parts of your inner ear that cause what we know as motion sickness. So being hand-operated, actually, and relatively short experience allows us to do that with minimal effect.
Definitely. So all of these exhibits, they sound really awesome, and the water table definitely sounds like it would be something amazing for some of the younger crowds, like maybe like the toddlers. Do you guys have another area that's more suitable for younger children?
We do have a preschool area on the second floor of our Science Center exhibit floor, and it features imagination playground blocks, in which, if you've seen these are the foam blocks that people of different shapes and sizes that young people can use to build different structures or forts. And it's a great experience. We also have a small reading area for the younger kids. So yes, we have a lot of great preschool experiences at the Da Vinci Science Center. And something to note, children are free to the Da Vinci Science Center until their 4th birthday.
Wow.
So
that's good to know.
Toddlers and infants can come in for free. There's absolutely no cost to the family to do that. And we do give them experiences they can enjoy. Also throughout the center, you'll see little turtle icons. Most of them are low to the ground, and they translate the exhibit experience to some degree for youngsters and little toddlers.
That's really good to know, too. I've got to say, we here at Radio Disney this past summer, we did an event outside with those imagination blocks, and there was a whole bunch of different stations, but that one always had tons of people. Like, everybody loved it, from like grandparents all the way down to the little ones. They loved seeing what they could build, and they were pretty creative.
Yes, the preschool room is great for all. It is great for all ages. It is especially built for our younger visitors, but we do see the older children and adults enjoying it as well.
No, that really just sounds like an amazing center, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot of new people to come and experience it for themselves with their family. So what are the operating hours of the Da Vinci Science Center?
We are open 7 days a week. We are open to visitors Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sundays 12 to 5 p.m.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys are 7 days a week. That's amazing.
Right. We are open to the public. We are on a campus of a college where we lease land, but we are an independent entity and always open to the general public.
Very cool. So do you guys have a website where parents can get more information?
Sure. We always point people to our website at DaVinciScienceCenter.org. And we are also on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook is Da Vinci Science Center, and our Twitter feed is at Da Vinci Science. We do a lot in social media to connect with us. You can also find us on Pinterest and Instagram.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll have to go check that one out. Well, this has been absolutely amazing. I've learned so much about this amazing center that's pretty much right in our backyard. But I guess you just kind of have to go experience it for yourself. I'm not sure if words are really doing it justice.
We always say that our best feature and our best relationship builder is our building. Once people come in and experience the Da Vinci Science Center, they come back. We often run surveys where 9 out of 10 people are saying they're definitely coming back. They definitely will recommend us to others. That's great word of mouth, and that shows you that a great experience is happening here.
That's awesome. Well, Dennis, I can't thank you enough for being on our show. You gave us some really wonderful information today, and again, I'm sure people are just going to go check this out, and it sounds like a great activity to do with your family on the weekends, too.
It also is something that we want to add, great for groups, not just school groups for field trips, but non-school groups. If you have family groups, places of worship have groups, of course, or travel groups, alumni groups. We have great group rates all throughout the year and in afternoons and weekends. So it's not only just for the family unit, it's also for groups of people who want to have a great outing.
Absolutely. Before we go, is there anything else that you'd like to tell our listeners that we haven't already discussed?
The Da Vinci Science Center, as we've talked a lot about, of course, is, as you say, an awesome experience, and we believe it's an awesome experience, too. But what we also wanted people to know is we really have emerged, we believe, as a leader regionally in the northeastern United States and the tri-state area in helping to develop the next generation technical workforce and scientific workforce through many of our programs and our partnerships. And also what people may not know is we are also very involved with the schools in our region. We have great teacher professional development programs. As a matter of fact, they're ranked in the nation's top 20 in terms of quality. And what independent evaluators are telling us is students whose teachers participate in our programs end up having greater learning gains. They're becoming more interested in science. They're retaining more information. Mm-hmm. So we really are having an impact on both in the community and in our classrooms for the future.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So again, everyone, if you're listening, it sounds like that this is a really awesome place where you're not only going to have a lot of fun, but you're also going to learn at the same time. And again, I wish you guys all the best of luck this year. I hope all of your special exhibits and everything just really go off without a hitch. And I can't wait to see what else you guys have coming up in the future.
We will have a lot of great things coming up in the future. Watch for announcements in the fall for what will come after the Year of Innovation. We're already making plans, and I can tell you it's going to be fabulous.
Tune in again next week to find out more about what's happening in your county, your city, and your neighborhood.
It's all here on Radio Disney's Backyard Show.
The once a week Tell Me What's Going On Around Here radio program.
Brought to you by Radio Disney.